because it's in Chicago, we have to acknowledge the possibility, even though
It's not.
it's not, but we have to
It's
acknowledge the
not.
5 or 6 people out there that are like,
no, you know what? We don't have to acknowledge it, okay? We don't tell them, we don't make fun of them for thinking that, but we don't have to acknowledge it because it's not going to be a thing. It
okay,
doesn't work
but
for
you
WWE.
But when you see Renee Young on backstage, and she's even egging him on live television, like, so you're saying there's a chance?
No, sir.
See, the funny thing
She's trying to get more people to watch the damn show.
That's true. So many people are pissed off that he came back on like a backstage show rather than in any like live audience scenario, and I can't really blame them for that because
for everybody that's like, oh, CM Punk's gonna come back, blah blah blah, and all that. Go on What Culture, and there's a video. I forget who does the video, but he talks about basically how all the things that CM Punk was before he left, that made him unique and special and different from everyone else, is no longer a unique thing anymore.
I think you're talking about Adam Cleary. I haven't watched that.
I believe so. It's a good video.
I haven't watched it all the way through yet, but I will say this in counter to that. It used to be when Punk was there, you had Punk and Bryan, and in a sea of WWE superstars, in tight air quotes, you had Punk and Bryan who were like the indie guys. Now you've got basically all the members of the Undisputed Era. You've got Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, you've got Finn Balor, you've got AJ Styles, all that. And I will say that it is no longer a unique thing, you're absolutely right. But of that stereotype, there's nobody that's going to get a bigger name than CM Punk, or a bigger response than CM Punk. Even in a
It would be a cheap 1 to 2 night pop. Once the regular Joe Schmo fan would realize that, his shtick is the same as this person's shtick, who's the same as this person's shtick.
But it's so much better.
Is it though?
Punk? I'm sorry. No matter which way you fall on the CM Punk argument, and I am a fan of CM Punk.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not good, but now, like, being a good wrestler, being like a great technical wrestler, which he is a good wrestler, but he's never quite made the I'm rehashing shit that was said in that video. So
right.
When you watch that video,
right.
You will see. He's always been very good, especially back when he was there in his quote era. He was leagues above other people, but now there are so many people that are that level and better than that.
I don't
think it's such a novelty anymore. Also, no, it's not going to be CM Punk. I'm trying to get us back on topic.
I will just say, and then we will get back on topic, I'm not saying we need CM Punk back because he's a great technical wrestler. I'm going to say the same thing that I said about CM Punk when he left WWE. CM Punk, before Adam Cole came along, was my closest comparison to Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels could do anything you asked him to do. He could be the cheapest, weaseliest guy in a no DQ brawl. He could do a Sheamus and Cesaro style, like sort of more technical brawl. He could do the high flyer thing. He could do the ground game. He could do the submission game. He could talk on the mic. He could be a face. He could be a heel. He could be like an edgy baby face. He could be a heel that people still liked. Like you could do, like he didn't do everything better than everybody else, but he did more things than anybody else. That's really how I look at Shawn Michaels, and that's why Shawn Michaels is going to be a lot higher on the list than my personal favorites, like The Miz or Jeff Hardy or people like that, because he is the most diverse. As a person, he's the most diverse collection of talent. And I'm sorry, but the very next person to come along that was that diverse and that fully rounded a wrestling pro wrestler product was CM Punk. And there are people out there that will do individual things better than him. There are people that could probably hang with him on the mic. There are people that may be able to technically out-wrestle him. You get guys like Fish and O'Reilly, they're in NXT right now. They could probably take him down on the mat, but you're not going to find very many people that are the all-arounder like he is. So no, he's not an individually unique entity anymore, but in that individually unique entity, I still think he's one of the best. And that would still count for something. It'll be a diminished return from what he was 6 years ago and what WWE was 6 years ago, but to think that he would not show up on Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or NXT and be at the top of the card is a little misleading, in my personal opinion.
But also, he is not going to be the other person in this match.
CM Punk versus Adam Cole at Survivor Series. You heard it here first.